Right, big hello to anyone who's watching. Welcome to your first episode of Foraging with LittleRed. Anybody that knows us knows that I like to take my little basket, go into Jasmine Dean, go on a wander, collect some mushrooms, maybe some other plants that I'm starting to learn, and study them. It's a lot of fun for me, and a few people expressed interest in a few videos with a few pointers. So I'm not going to waste too much time talking about me. I'm going to dive straight into my basket, which I foraged today. I've still got my hat on. I haven't even had a cup of tea yet, but I'm going to dive straight into it. Today was a really good haul. It's winter at the minute, end of January, so there's not actually an abundance of mushrooms at the moment, but it doesn't mean that there's nothing there. I got probably the best haul as of yet, in terms of I found something that I've yet to find, and I found, ooh, I need to sneeze, sorry. False alarm. And I found an abundance of turkey tail mushrooms as well, which I've had a bit of difficulty finding the real McCoy with them. But anyways, I'm going to flip this camera around and show you what's in my basket. So, this is today's haul. We've got some Velvet Shanks there on the left with the girls, and those bad boys are the aptly named turkey tails. Now you can't see very well in here, so I'm going to pull some of these onto the paper so we can get a better look. Right, so I guess I'll start off with the turkey tails, which are these bad boys here. Now you can see where they get the name from. Botanical name is Trametes Versicolor. Got no idea if I'm saying that correctly, but that basically translates to thin and various colours, which you can see it's a very thin fungus that grows in kind of like a semicircle fashion. They tend to overlap each other quite a lot, and I've got a few here which are still kind of connected that I managed to cut from the tree, kind of still attached to each other, and they overlap, and they tend to grow on, you know, like fallen dead logs and things. So there's a few identification points on these. You're looking for quite a contrast in terms of the colour, and quite a few different colours on here. If you haven't got a huge contrast in the colour, you're probably looking at a look-alike fungus. That's a nice one there, you can see. Another identification point is that they're flexible. Ooh, that one's quite dirty on the bottom. I'll have to throw that one away. That one's better colour. But yeah, they're very flexible. The top of them is actually, it has minuscule hairs on it, so it feels kind of like velour when you're touching it. So the biggest idea is the other side of the mushroom should be a nice white colour here. It should also have very, 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 very tiny pores that are almost invisible to the naked eye. Around 2 to 4 to 5 pores per millimetre. So that you couldn't fit them on the head of a biro. You're looking for really small, you want to be squinting. If it's got larger pores than this, you've definitely got a look-alike, or if it has a smooth underside, or it's not white, then again, you're probably looking at a look-alike, a false turkey tail, or similar. But you can Google for some good pointers on how to identify these. So, Velvet Shanks can grow quite abundantly in winter. I just want to point out, I haven't cleaned my mushrooms yet. Like, I literally wanted to show you them fresh. So, don't think that, you know, I'm going to eat these like this. So, these guys are edible. You can kind of fry them off in a pan or add them to foods. Identification points on this is the cap is very slimy when it's wet, like incredibly slimy, like it glistens, do you know what I mean? It reflects the light and stuff. The gills are kind of like a white to a pale yellow colour, and the stem is probably the biggest identification factor here. It turns to a velvety kind of brown colour in the mature specimens on the bottom. So some of the baby ones don't really have the dark stem. I'll just put one next to it there. Ooh. This one, like, you can see it's starting to darken off, but it's nowhere near as dark as the older ones. But I got this from a massive clump that were all growing together, so I know that every single one of these guys is a velvet shank. There's other identification points, but this video is about to run out, so it's been fun. Until next time, bye bye.